In this video, we're going to be using Moon Soap, Sorrento, and the Ace of Spades straight razor. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again today. I really appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing below. Only about 59% of the viewers are subscribers. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe below. And if you are a new subscriber, please make sure to make a comment and let me know you're new. And also for those of you who keep coming back and leaving comments, thank you. I appreciate it very much. So, as mentioned before, today we're going to be using Moon Soap's Sorrento. Moon Soaps have been getting lots of accolades recently, and rightly so. The first couple of people that I saw using Moon was my good friend David Gonzalez, so sharp but tuggy David, and Chris Maiden from Another Cut Above. Those were the first two people that I saw using Moon, and they really liked them. And then it sort of caught on. And then Marion got a hold of them and sent them all over Europe. And so you see the European shavers using them, and now they're very popular, I would say, and for good reason. Great people, great soaps. Oh man, and this Sorrento is just right up my alley in terms of scent. Beautiful, bright, citrusy scent. Let me show you the notes right there. Lemon, bergamot, pineapple, tonka. Oh, I'm smelling the cap. It's got me discombobulated. Oh, just beautiful scent. Scent strength for me on this one, probably about a 6 over medium. Absolutely tailor-made for me. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent. The ingredients, we'll show you right there. Good ingredients. Mango butter, shea butter, glycerin, and this is a tallow-based soap, and Moon Soaps renders their own tallow in-house. Great company, great people. You can't go wrong with Moon. And if you're in the United States especially, if you haven't tried Moon yet, what are you waiting for? Get aboard, because they're really nice. And we're going to be using the Ace of Spades straight razor, which I honed a while back. I think it's got an Izuku edge on it. I can't recall. Standard 24 hours of growth, which you see there. And we're just going to start out by wetting the face. And that's all that is water. Just plain water. No special elixirs or anything like that. We've got our Captain's Choice bowl. Whew. When I was lathering this, it just really filled the restroom. It really smells great. And I very much enjoy Moon Soaps. And they're always nice folks in the community sending positive words. I know when I've shared some of my recent thoughts about, or actually not thoughts, just stories of, all the health issues we have going on in the family. They reached out to me personally just with kind words, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. Melody and Kent, or at least I think his name is Kent. And maybe that's their last name. I can't remember. But anyway, great people all the same. And so I'm always excited to use their products. I haven't used them a ton because, quite frankly, they're being used so much that I try to, work in something that maybe isn't getting quite as much use unless it's a brand new offering. But I'm telling you, these are really fine offerings. So today, Ace of Spades 76 with my edge on it. And I believe, if memory serves, this was an Izuku edge. And listen to that. Very nice. I really like this blade. Pretty big blade. As you can see, they're nice and thick, cutting well. These you can find on eBay from time to time. The going rate on them is anywhere from 70 to 100 and, I don't know. I think I've seen them high as 150. They are very nice blades, though. And you can hear the whiskers being cut there. I just watched today Ray Pope's video. He has returned to YouTube after a 4-year hiatus. And so he had a very interesting Photoshop at the end of me. And that's Ray. That's in typical Ray form or fashion. I'll link his channel below. And no, that's not real. If you're wondering, it is a Photoshop. But I got to chuckle at it. You just never know what Ray is going to do. The great Ray Pope. And he was using a the shaving, which has been reintroduced by Phoenix. And I'm trying to be mindful of my spending because I'm still doing Christmas shopping, but I will get that one. Even though that one is a limited release, I think only for Cyber Monday. So by the time you're watching this, probably already not available. Sorry. I will probably pick that one up. Just to show props and respect for the stallion. And of course, Ray Pope, because it's been a long time since he's done a video. The one thing I would suggest is, Ray, turn your camera landscape instead of portrait. Portrait being when you turn it this way, landscape meaning wide. I think it makes for a better viewing experience. But of course, those are just my feelings. Really, really nice soap here. Everything all around was great on that first pass. So no complaints whatsoever. There, the soap did its job. The razor did its job. I did my job, and we'll hope that I'll continue to do my job. That's the key. Assuming you have a decently honed blade and a good quality soap. Most of the shave really comes down to execution, what you do. Really more so by far than the gear. And especially since you assume most of the gear these days is going to be pretty good. You know, if you're buying a modern soap, it's going to be good. If you're buying an old European classic soap, it's going to be good. Kind of hard to find a bad soap, honestly. Look at that. This is just, oh man, the scent on this is terrific. The aftershave I'm going to use today does not resemble this at all. I wish they made splashes. So that's the one thing I would like to see from Moon, is some splashes, because I do not use bombs. I have no use for bombs. They're just not for me. They do have bombs though. Oh, I forgot to mention the price. Price on this soap, 6 ounces for 20 bucks. And on our cost chart there, that is a good $3.33 an ounce. So reasonably priced, and you get a good amount of soap there. And for me, a soap like this, the Sorrento, I love the scent so much, I want a lot of it. I know some people don't want a lot of soap in their containers. They would prefer, say, half this size, but for me, when I like something, I intend to keep it. I have soaps as old as 10 years old that still work well, so I keep them if I have soap that I really like. Now, I'm at the point now where I'm going to have to make some tough decisions and get rid of some things, because you can only keep so much. But a soap like Sorrento, I will have it for years and years and years. And since I don't introduce any moisture into the tub, it's likely to be around so long as, you know, it just doesn't go bad for some reason. But I found personally that my soaps have lasted longer with minimal exposure to air and water. So scoop some out, the cap goes right back on. I might give it a sniff every now and then, but other than that, it sort of stays sealed off, and I find that the scent lasts longer and the soap itself seems to hold up longer. But that's just me. Your mileage may vary. Some people load from the tub every day and they never have a problem with soap, but I noticed years ago that the soaps that I was lathering or loading from the puck and getting a lot of water in were losing their scent, simply because you have to, well, you don't have to, but it's generally recommended that you air them out for at least 24 hours so you don't have moisture trapped in that soap. And by doing so, over time, the scent strength is diminished. That's what I have found based on my own experience. And you can try that experiment yourself. Take a bar soap or whatever you want. And I've talked about this many times, but take a bar soap like Zest or Irish Spring or something and unwrap one of them and just leave it out in the air, and then leave the other in the packaging and come back to them 6 to 8 months later, you'll find that one is way more fragrant than the other. The one that's sealed will be far more fragrant. For whatever reason, things that are exposed to air just tend to lose their scent over time, just like an air freshener or a candle. It just happens. So keep that in mind. That's why I scoop the soaps out in bowl lather, because I want these soaps to be around, and I have a lot of them. And since I'm not going to be able to use this soap a ton, I want it to stay around so I can make use of it, you know. I have so many that I probably won't get back to this soap for several months at least. And so I want it to be in its best possible shape where I can enjoy this magnificent fragrance once again when I go to use it again. But that's just me. You know, always, really the most important thing is that you enjoy your experience. So if you want to load from the tub, load from the tub. If you've not had any problems in doing so, then do it. But I did, and so I do things to maximize the life of my gear always. Probably is the most cautious approach, but you know, it's just the way I like to do it. And ultimately, as long as you're enjoying your shaves, it doesn't really matter. This is what it's about, enjoying the shaves. I hope everybody's doing well. I really appreciate all of you who continue to come by and show the channel support and love. It has meant a lot, especially in these times, which have not been, 2020 has not been kind to me, nor many people for that matter, in many ways. On the other hand, I've also enjoyed a lot of support on the channel. Really, 2020, I would say, was the year where I really started enjoying the hobby and the community again for the first time in, you know, probably a couple of years. And really making regular content again and feeling the way I used to about it. And so there's been some blessings. So I am very thankful for the blessings. And I'm thankful for you folks. And I'm thankful for this Sorrento. Man, what a terrific scent. I'm going to be using, I started mentioning this earlier, but forgot. I'm going to be using Stirling Mountain Man for the aftershave simply because I'm trying to finish this bottle. I have another, but it does not match the Sorrento. So as I was saying earlier, I would love to see a splash, and especially in this Sorrento. It is my favorite. This and Amaretto are probably my two favorite moon soap scents. And again, I want to thank So Sharp David. He was the first one to really talk about it with me. He was like, bro, you got to check out these moon soaps. The labels are killer. They're not very expensive. They're here in California. And he made an order and loved them. And then later I saw Chris Maiden video where he had done with them. So those are the two guys that I credit with really putting moon soaps sort of on the hobbyist radar. And then, of course, other people, you know, really took a liking to them. And now they're, in terms of in the hobby, household name when it comes to artisanal shaving soaps. And for good reason. Really great people, really great product, really great price. So as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing not to like about moon soaps, which is why you've seen them used so much recently. Again, for good reason. Very nice. This is just a beautiful, bright, citrusy scent. And I think in their description of the scent, they were talking about walking somewhere in Italy or something. And I'm like, I don't have any, like when you tell me that it smells like you're walking past a citrus grove or something in Italy, I'm like, I don't know what that smells like. So I can't relate to that at all. I will say I would love to know what that smells like. I'd love to be there to smell it, but that's not remotely relatable. And I remember talking about those sort of descriptions before. Like if you tell me you're walking along the Euphrates River, I'm like, I'm out. I don't know what that smells like. It's not relatable, but they do provide the notes, which I think works very, very well. Well, heck, I'm not even in California, so I don't even have a citrus grove where I am. So I can't relate. And so it's difficult for some people. If you have the good fortune of being near a citrus grove in the ocean or something like that, maybe you can. But sadly, I cannot. Man, what a nice shave this has been. The edge on this is still nice. It's my own edge, and anyone who hones knows that that's always mighty enjoyable when you're able to use your own edges effectively. You know, it's one thing to straight razor shave, it's another thing to use your own edge. So if you have taken a liking to straight razor shaving and you want to up your game even further and go that next notch, one level up in the hobby, start producing your own edges. And I think you'll find, did I get myself there? I might have scalped the bump there. I think you'll find that that really adds to the enjoyment. Yeah, I've got a few bumps on my face recently, and who knows from what, but I've been scalping them lately with the shavettes and straight razors. And honestly, I don't really care to scalp bumps because they don't belong there anyway. So if you're a bump and you're on my face when I'm using one of these, you're gonna go. Very nice, very nice. Keep thinking I see a hair right there, but that might be another bump. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, excellent, enjoyable shave with the Sorrento and the Ace of Spades. Let me wipe this blade off, and then we will rinse and then come back with the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back with the Magic Made by Witches. This is Thayer's Witch Hazel, and that was a really nice shave. Only one bump harmed in the making of this video. Now I wonder, some of those bumps, I haven't had my alum, which has become part of my routine. By the way, Thayer's Cucumber, in case you were wondering. But I did bring it back today, so hopefully between lopping those bumps off and the alum, we'll get we'll get rid of them. This is the PAA alum block with dry dock, and look, Marion, no holes in the alum. It's still holding up great. We use Moon Soap's Sorrento today. Big thumbs up, terrific soap, terrific people, terrific price. Give it a shot, wonderful scent. Forgot to mention the brush. This is the Envy Shave 8-Ball by Nathan Clark with Black Wolf Knot, which was superb. And of course, our Ace of Spades 76, I believe it is. Let's see, yeah, with our own edge. Again, if you're straight razor shaving and you're enjoying it, take it up a notch with some honing. You will really appreciate your own edges, and I find that to be very fun to put edges on the razors. We're going to close it out today with Mountain Man by Stirling. Again, I'm just trying to finish this one up. There's more in it than I thought, though. I was thinking I was getting close, but there's still a good bit in there, so maybe I will slow down on it because I'm not going to kill this anytime soon. And this is a wonderful aftershave. Oh, man. Whew. That just smells terrific. I think it's based on Creed Silver Mountain Water, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go for another round because it is fantastic. All right, folks. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Till next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.